Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
The Ocala Golf Club, one of Ocala's premier golf courses, from its pristine 18-hole course layout to its amazing pro shop. Jason Linhart and the staff at Ocala Golf offer everything that you need for your golf outing. That's the Ocala Golf Club. Experience country club style golf at municipal prices. You won't go wrong with the Ocala Golf Club. Call them for a tee time today, 352-401-6917.
If you thought there was no tree store in Ocala, then think again. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens has been Ocala's official tree store for well over 50 years. At any given time, Bob has more quality trees, dozens of varieties, including shade trees, palm trees, and citrus trees, than anyone in Marion County. You always get lowest prices and guarantee. Plus, every day you buy one tree, you get a second one for half price. That means you can buy a 4 to 6 foot tree for as little as $49.99 and get another one just like it for only $25. Hundreds of types and sizes are available. You can get delivered, planted, and guaranteed. So think about trees. Think about Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, away from all the traffic. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, Ocala's Tree Place since 1952.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz on a somber Monday morning in the Brick City, beautiful Ocala, Florida, with the tragic passing of Police Chief Greg Graham, the Ocala Police Department. There are other stories going on in the world. If you want to talk about them, 622-9622. Give me your thoughts about your Monday or anything you got particular feelings about. We're taking your calls at 622-9622 right here at WOCA, The Source. I will give you an update on the Tropics. Tropical storm Zeta. Rainfalls totals of 4 to 8 inches with local amounts of 12 inches are possible through Wednesday along the east and northeast tracts of Zeta. It is right now just below the northeast of the Yucatan Peninsula. Additional rainfall amounts to 1 to 3 inches with local amounts of 5 inches possible across southern and central Florida and the Keys over the next 2 days with isolated totals of 8 inches. Between Wednesday and Friday, total rainfall of 2 to 4 inches with local 6-inch amounts is expected across sections of the U.S. Gulf Coast and southern U.S. near and in advance of Zeta. Heavy rainfall will spread north into Tennessee Valley, southern Appalachians, and portions of the mid-Atlantic states near and in advance of Zeta later in this week. The expected rainfall could lead to flash flood and minor river flooding. By Wednesday, heavy rainfall associated with Zeta will begin to affect the central Gulf Coast region, which may lead to flash flooding in urban areas. Looks like this storm's going to come and take that curve in the Gulf just like it's done all year and land somewhere between New Orleans in Louisiana and Pensacola in Florida, in an area that's already seen 3 storms go up that way. It's not unknown territory. I remember in 2004, we had 3 named storms come through our area in a 6-week period. So it's not that long ago in my memory that I don't remember Charlie, Francis, and Jean as we ran back and forth crisscrossing the state trying to run from the storms in 2004. So just keep an eye on Zeta. I can't believe we're already to Zeta. That's Alpha, Beta, Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, Zeta. We're 6 storms into the alphabet after running out of names. It's been a very, very busy hurricane season. And this one looks like it could be, it doesn't look like storm-wise. They think it'll be a Category 1 by the time it makes landfall. And Category 1s, don't get me wrong, Category 1s are nothing to shake a stick at. Irma came through as Category 1 and did us no favors. So Category 1s are nothing to fall asleep on, but it looks like this one's going to bring heavy, heavy rain is going to be the problem more so than wind or stuff like that. They're saying local amounts are 12 inches are possible through Wednesday along the east-northeast track of Zeta, and we're on the northeast side of Zeta. Now, it depends on how far out in the Gulf it goes before it makes its turn back towards the Panhandle and back towards Mississippi, Alabama, and Louisiana. We may be far enough away that we not get a big amount of feeder bands. But, you know, when you look at that cone of travel with the hurricane, if it shifts just, 60 miles to the east, we're in a mess. We got problems. And I'm not saying that it's a dangerous storm that's going to do a lot of damage to us, but it would bring some rain. And it's just something you need to keep your eye on and keep vigilant about, because if you don't remember, Charlie, which was one of the most devastating storms to South Florida, Punta Gorda area, Charlotte Harbor, Northport, all that area, as then it came up through, just brushed through Orlando, come up through Ocala, through Hawthorne that way. I remember we had a dry lake bed at Cowpen Lake. We had 5 little ponds that made up Cowpen Lake, which should have been one bed. We were going through the worst drought in recent Florida history in 2004. And then Charlie changed all that, filled the lake up and everything. But the reason you got to be vigilant is people had thought Charlie was going to go through into Tampa Bay. And it took a hard right turn and come right up through Charlotte Harbor and did a lot of damage to the areas of Punta Gorda and Northport. So it's something you always need to keep your eye on. Hi, caller. Who's this morning?
Hi, this is Hugh calling. How you doing, my friend?
Tough day today, Hugh. Tough day.
It's very tough. Linda heard about it up in Milwaukee. She's up in Milwaukee right now for a while. And Chief Graham she knew Chief Graham, and he was very active with animal rights.
100%.
And he did a lot of in that field. And Linda was very, very, very sad to hear that. So she sends her love down. And in appreciation of what he has all done, I'm personally going to fly my flag at half staff. And I wish a lot of other people in the city would do so.
Yeah, I think that's a very good idea, Hugh. If you have a flag and you fly your flag, please, if you just take time out to put it at half staff in honor of the fallen chief of police of Ocala, Greg Graham.
Right. Well, it's life will go on. It's a shame. I know Linda felt very bad about it because knowing him with his animal rights movement and stuff, and it's just it's always the good guys that go, the good cops and the good people. And I don't know why it's got to be that way, but maybe the Lord's looking after them and wants them up there.
Hugh, if only the good exit this earth early, I'm here till I'm 300.
I'm right behind you at 299.
So just a great pillar of the community, and like I said, a man that when he talked to you, you felt like he was your friend, not a police officer, and that was just right. That's hard to replace.
Well, like they say, I hope he's in a better place.
Hugh, thanks so much for the call this morning.
Thank you.
And I think that's probably the feeling of most people is. It's tough, but probably in a better place because, that's the teachings we're taught. It was ironic. I was in church before I got the news and everything. It was a really good message yesterday at Blessed Trinity about how you're supposed to love God and love your neighbors. And that's exactly what Chief Graham did. He loved his neighbors like they was his own family. That's why he was so instrumental and so great for the community of Ocala, was he really took that to heart, to love thy neighbor as if he was their own, and they were his own, and that's a special trait to have. That's a real special trait to have, and he was a top-notch guy. Once again, my condolences to Amy and her and the rest of the family, his children, two of them who are accomplished firefighters. It's just. Rough day this morning in Marion County. Rough day yesterday. Rough morning this morning. He did so much, like with his work with the Christmas parade. The way he worked in concert with Sue Mosley for the Christmas parade, and along with Billy Woods, and how they helped with the Christmas parade. And the fact that he would go out with a bullhorn during a peaceful protest over police brutality, and would be able to reach across the aisle, and people respected him for just the way he handled himself and all. Just a really great man, and we're gonna miss him here in Marion County. It's It's a deep loss, deep loss. Coming up after the break, we'll have more news. The county is being sued. I'll have that story for you. Record catfish caught by a Florida man. I'll have that story for you as well. But we are with somber hearts today as we are mourning the loss of the Ocala Police Chief, Greg Graham, who died Sunday morning when a small plane he was piloting crashed into a field in southwest Marion County right near the Marion County Airport, which is just outside of the city of Denellen. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll take more of your calls, plus the news of the day, right here on Ocala Talks. You're listening to us on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source. It's with a heavy heart that we go to break this morning as, once again, Police Chief Greg Graham of the Ocala Police Department tragically lost yesterday during a accident involving the plane he was piloting. We'll be back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
Millions of Americans are hurting as COVID-19 lockdowns keep people from working and the expenses of life keep mounting. Is political motivation keeping the suffering front and center this election? USA Radio News' Tim Berg has more.
Time is running out for a new coronavirus relief bill to pass before Election Day. One of the main sticking points is how much money should be going to cities and local governments. And according to Republican Senator John Thune, it's Democrats that are wanting to wait until after the election to help the American people out.
Money for the post office, money for farmers. I mean, we've moved a bill on the floor now twice in the Senate, but the Democrats have blocked it. So in the end, when the smoke clears after the election, hopefully we can sit down and people can, in good faith, start to compromise. But right now, my impression is that the House Democrats and Speaker Pelosi would much rather have the issue than they would have a solution. And we want a solution.
USA Radio News.
We've all heard it. Eat healthy. But what does eating healthy mean? Sure, there are countless diets out there, but they contradict each other. Yet all experts agree we should eat a diet rich in fruits and vegetables. Whole fruits and vegetables are the perfect fuel to power the cells in your body, giving you the stamina you need to handle your day-to-day activities. And that's what Balance of Nature is. Whole fruits and vegetables delivered to you in a convenient capsule form for only 22 cents a serving. Our proprietary blend has